Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. So today, this video is for Thursday, June 1st. Sorry about the delay. Busy week. So today's video, be aware of the language you're using. Be aware of the language you are using to yourself and to others. It's so important. There is a formula. Is that what we say is what we are thinking. And what we are thinking turns into our emotions. It's good or bad. So what we say, if it's positive and then and that's what we're thinking, positive thoughts, it turns into a positive emotion. And then that emotion turns into action, and that action turns into results. So what we say is what we are thinking. What we're thinking turns into our emotion, and our emotions turn into actions, and the actions end up being what our results going to be. So when we in those basically 5 steps, if you are starting out by saying having negative type words, even if are you being conscious, like I can't or won't happen or impossible, or negative type terms, and not possible or positive type terms, it's going to affect what you're thinking. So if you're not thinking before you talk, sometimes I do that, but I really try to think before I speak, because then it starts that equation of what you say is what you are thinking, and what you're thinking, it turns into your emotion turns into actions, your action turns into results. So be aware, be conscious of how and what you are saying to yourself, your internal monologue. Be conscious of what and how you're saying things to other people, and how you approach things. So I do my best when speaking to someone is to have a little, I in my head, I'm saying everything in my head on most of the things before I even say it. All of these videos, I'm 99% of the time not reading anything. I might have a few notes up on my screen to remind myself to catch everything, because as you know, if you watch my videos, I go off tangent a lot, and I got to bring myself back to what was the point, the main point of the video. So everything I'm saying, I've already said in my head, and it just is something to me. And I know when I talk to agents and coaching people and just communicating with people, when I explain what's happening to me, it doesn't always happen to other people. And if you did watch one of my other videos about what are you saying to yourself, an internal monologue, I saw a statistic that like 50% of people don't even have an internal monologue of, talking things out. I'm in most sense of the word, I am actually an introvert. I am having conversations with myself all day long on planning and prepping, and what I'm going to say to people, and how I'm going to say it, and what's the best course of action to do something. That's why, to all my agents, and of course I'm going off on a tangent, that's why when someone calls me or texts me, I always ask, please let me know what is regarding, not like I'm high prioritizing you, which sometimes I am a little bit, like, oh my gosh, I got 5 more calls and these people need me and I'll call you back as soon as possible. But also because I'm starting the conversation in my head. So I'm not just winging it with you and figuring it out. So to any of my Century 21 homes or agents or anybody I talk to, I love I love a text before a call, or if you leave a voicemail, leave a detailed voicemail, so I could start my mind going, so I could think before I speak, and don't have to wait until I talk to you to, because sometimes I think a little bit longer because it's a situation. I don't want to keep you on the phone for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes in silence, because I want to think something out. But now back to the see, went off topic there. But again, the main point of this video today is be conscious of what you're saying. Think before you speak. make note of how you're speaking. Is it a positive? Is it a negative tone? Is it just your tone? Is it the words positive or the words negative? How you say things and go about things with people, and especially in real estate and handling buyers and sellers, everything sometimes doesn't go as smooth as we want. You have to think before you speak, so you could make sure everybody's on the same page, make sure your buyers feel comfortable in your ability. It's kind of like, again, I hate, but I like to use this comparison. If if your surgeon or doctor comes in to the room to explain the procedures, you don't want to hear negative type words. Well, we can't do that, or that won't work, or have a tone like, I don't know, like that. So think of it. I like that comparison, but also, it minimizes. I feel like sometimes I'm minimizing what doctors do and comparing what we do. But think of it that way, because to a lot of people, this is the biggest purchase or sale of their lives. Their lives are changing. They're moving or moving in. They're moving their families. There's so much stress involved with buying and selling homes. You have to watch how you're saying things, what you're saying, because again, the equation, what you say is what you're thinking affects your emotions affect your actions, and the actions affect your results. So imagine just that exact formula in a conversation with someone. Say there's a buyer and things are not going to close right, things are not done right. Again, what you say is what you think is your emotions, and your emotions turn into your actions and results of the end of the conversation. Was it a good conversation? Did you fix something? Did you make your buyer and or seller feel more comfortable with the situation? Are they happy with the conversation, but things might not be going the way they are, but knowing that you're in charge, that you know what you're doing and you're confident in your abilities, whatever situation it is. Again, before I let you go, I'm going to use the example again. Like a doctor, some people have things and the end result's not going to be perfect. They have something that they need help. It's not going to be perfect. They're not going to be 100%. They're not going to, whatever. I'm not even going to bring you down, but think like that. Like, I got to make sure they feel comfortable in the best possible scenario that we're in. But in real estate, not medical stuff, but in real estate stuff, that's where I love and thrive for that. It's like a puzzle to me. So I don't like when things don't go right, or people are not communicating right, but I enjoy helping explain how. So any agent out there, especially our Century 21 Homestar agents, if the communication's not going right, if your mindset of what you're saying and what you're thinking is negative about a transaction or a client or another agent, call me. I'll help you walk through it, give you some tips or ideas or stories on how to help you. And I love that at the end of a conversation going, hey, Tony, we're still in the same situation we were in, but thank you for that insight on what to say and what to do. And I get that several times a day, and it makes me happy. Makes me happy when I could help give you a way to speak, to be more positive about situations, and at the end have better results, either a happier customer or a better, easier, smoother transaction. So that's it for today, which is for Thursday the 1st, but I'm going to do another video, same shirt, right after this. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.